Do you know the difference between DNP, Doctor of Nursing Practice, and PhD in nursing? Are you thinking of going back to grad school and get a doctorate degree, but you're not sure if you should go for a DNP path or PhD path? I'm going to share my experience of getting DNP degree, and hopefully that will help your decision to decide which pathway you want to go. Welcome to DNP Project YouTube channel and podcast. I'm the host, Miki Miura. I'm a family nurse practitioner in Hawaii, USA. In this channel, we're gonna go over so many things, including how to study abroad successfully, especially in the United States, how to build successful nurse practitioner career in the United States so you can have amazing work-life balance that you dreamed of. Before we're gonna get into today's topic, which is what is the difference between DNP and PhD? Just want to make sure you got the free gift that we are giving out. The gift is a free online lesson about time management. So everybody has busy life. Like I have 4 jobs, which is kind of crazy. You know, people have the family. People have so many other things. And it is hard to find time for yourself because, we're nurses. We take care of other people all the time. But it's very important to take care of us so we can be really the best version of ourselves so we can provide a better care. It's hard to find time. We only have 24 hours per day. But there are some tricks or tips that I can share. So in this free lesson, I share 7 tips to make time for things you love. So you can be a better person, you can be a better nurse, and simply you can enjoy your life. How you access this online lesson is you can go to usa.jnpproject.com/free lesson. usa.jnpproject.com/free lesson, and you can sign up for our email list and you can get the free online lesson, but also you can get monthly newsletter about nurse practitioner career in the United States, also tips for studying abroad successfully. All right, let's get into today's topic, which is what is the difference between DNP and PhD? So both of them, DNP and PhD, are doctorate degree, are the highest degree in nursing. But there are some differences. So first of all, let's talk about PhD. PhD in nursing has longer history, and PhD programs focus on, teaching students about research and then academic teaching. And DNP, on the other hand, well, first of all, DNP, some people misunderstand, and I misunderstood as well before I actually entered DNP program. It doesn't stand for Doctor of Nurse Practitioners. It's actually stand for Doctor of Nursing Practice. So, people who are CRNAs or CNS or midwives, they also get DNP. So it's not only for nurse practitioners. It's a doctorate degree of nursing practice. So DNP focus on more clinical practice. So that kind of differentiate between the DNP and PhD. PhD, again, the focus is more on academic. So like research and then teaching on an academic setting. DNP, on the other hand, is more focused on the clinical practice, hands-on, taking care of patients hands-on. During the DNP program, students learn like economics and a little bit of business. Depends on the program, I guess, but and during my DNP program, I learned economics, a little bit of business, which was great because it definitely ignited my interest in business. And, I used to think that, nursing, healthcare is so away from economics. And I love the fact that I feel like nurses are like heroes, We don't care if patients are poor or rich. We take care of everybody, and then regardless of the economic status. And I love that about nursing. But I came to realization that nurses do need to consider about business aspect, because if, health centers, clinics are not, don't have a successful or at least sustainable business, then we had to close down. Then a patient that we used to take care of cannot get care. So, definitely important to make sure that the clinics, health centers, hospitals have sustainable business. So to be able to help patients, very important to have a sustainable business. So in DNP, you learn a little bit about business. I did learn about marketing and business on my own too, but you learn a little bit. And I think some programs teach more on that. So it depends on the programs, but you learn economics during DNP program. You learn health policy as well, which is again, very, very important. What difference between the master's MSN program and DNP program for particularly nurse practitioners? I went to both programs. So I did master's first, MSN, became a nurse practitioner. I practiced as a nurse practitioner, I think, for 3 years. And I went back to MSN to DNP program to get DNP degree. And difference is during the MSN, you learn how to become a competent clinician. You learn how to diagnose, you learn how to prescribe, you learn how to take care of a patient in front of you well. But for a doctorate program, you learn how to take care of not only the patient right in front of you or not only the patients on your panel, but you learn how to take care of the whole population, the whole community. So to be able to help such a broader target, we need to think about laws, because sometimes, a lot of times, law prohibit nurses or nurse practitioners to practice to full extent. And, maybe back then when the laws created, it was fine. But then, things change, and now we need to adjust laws so that we can help the population better. So during the DNP program, I learned about the health policy. That led to be a part of the APLM policy group committee in Hawaii, which is I'm still part of. So that was wonderful. Also, students learn leadership skills, and in this DNP setting, you learn really hands-on. So, to be able to cater to such a large target, you're going to take care of not only one patient or 100 or 500 patients on your panel, but you also take care of, your target is larger. You take care of the whole community, whole population. So to be able to cater to such bigger target, you can't do it on your own, so you have to have a team, and you have to have a good leadership skills to be able to provide a better care. So you learn about leadership as well. You learn about population health and social determinants of health, and how, like the financial status of patients, socioeconomic status, different factors affect patients' health, and how we can help patients better. So basically, the DNP is more focused on clinical practice, and then PhD focus on academics. So research and academic teaching, like teaching BSN students or MSN or doctorate students, versus DNP is more hands-on clinical practice. During DNP, you still learn a little bit of research, but not as in-depth as a PhD student. And as a DNP student, I did my DNP project, and I actually published an article on Journal of ANP. So you do some research, but not as, you don't learn as much as a PhD students. So if you're thinking of going back to school and get doctorate degree, which, if you're deciding whether you should go for a DNP pathway or PhD pathway, you should ask what interests you more. Do you want to focus on clinical practice, or do you want to focus on, research or academic setting, or teaching rather? Initially, my intent, I didn't have too much information about the difference between DNP and PhD. And I knew that I wanted to get a doctorate degree because I wanted to be an expert in the field. And initially, the reason why I decided to get a doctorate was because I was thinking of getting a professor position at some point in my career, and to get a professor position, you need to get a doctorate degree. So I decided to go back to grad school. And after I entered the DNP program, I interviewed PhD, professors and stuff like that, and then realized to become a better teacher, in general, PhD might be more suitable because you learn more about academic teaching. But then I realized also my secret interest that I didn't have, my interest in more business and health policy and stuff like that. And I love clinical practice. I don't think I'm going to stop seeing patients, until I retire, because I really love that aspect so much. So I'm glad that I decided to do the DNP, but it's good to know beforehand what's the difference, and then choose, the program that suits your goals and interests. And then also some people might ask, so getting DNP, PhD, will your income increase by getting those additional higher degree? In my case, no. My income didn't increase even for 1 cent or anything like that. I've been working at the same health center for 7-8 years. My income didn't change because of the getting additional degree. But you do get more opportunities. Now I can become professor because because I have doctorate degree, although it's DNP, but I have a doctorate degree, I can be a professor if I want to. So you have more opportunities, and through the DNP, you don't have to get DNP to be a business owner or to run a business as a nurse or nurse practitioner, but definitely that was a good starting point for me. So I'm glad that I got the DNP degree. So I think it was worth it. Not necessarily didn't increase my income right away, but I think overall it was really helpful for my career. If you guys have DNP or PhD in nursing, I would love to hear from you guys. Please write in a comment your experience and why you decided PhD or DNP, and then whether you are happy with your decision or not. I would love to hear from you guys. Also, if you have any suggestions for future videos or episodes, please do comment. I appreciate that. But today's episode was about the difference between DNP and PhD. I'm going to see you in the next episode. Take care. Aloha.